This month of January, we've been discussing herbs that are well known in the culinary use. We have talked about garlic and we've talked about ginger, and today we're going to talk about parsley. Parsley is known to some people as that pretty green, curly stuff that dresses up a dish. But to others, it is a revered condiment that offers texture, nutrition, color, and taste. It enhances soups and stews, can add zip to a salad, or it can be the salad, such as in tabbouleh. But like the aforementioned condiments, parsley has a plethora of benefits that enhance health. So let's begin. I'm Mary Bourne. I'm a traditional naturopath. I love sharing natural remedies with people. Natural remedies have been around for hundreds, even thousands of years because they work on humans. So thank you for joining me today. I hope that you like this video and give me a thumbs up and share with others and comment. I love hearing from you. If you subscribe and click on the little bell, you'll be notified each time I do a video, which is about every week. Parsley is loaded with antioxidants. Antioxidants are molecules that fight free radicals. Now, free radicals are compounds that can cause harm if their levels get too high. They're linked to multiple illnesses, including diabetes, heart disease, and cancer. So they're not the good guys. Free radicals are free-forming from just plain being. It's part of our metabolic process. So let's see if I can, there we go. So if you like to burn in wood in a fireplace, the end result are these clunkers and ashes that you need to get rid of before you start your next fire. So just like burning wood, our bodies create residue or ash, or they can turn into free radicals, bunch of things. And these free radicals form from when our body metabolizes or it uses the energy that we create. And so like in a fireplace, you need fuel, you need oxygen, and you need heat to create fire. And it's the same thing in a body, but in a body, you can also produce too much heat, and that's what we call inflammation. So you need to clean it out, and you need to calm the heat. Antioxidants calm the heat. And fiber, water, all of these things can help clean out the ashes in our body. Now, when you mix ashes with water, you need to wear gloves because that is very, very acid. It's great for cleaning the glass. If you have a glass closure for your fireplace, taking a paper towel that's damp and dabbing it into the ashes and wiping down the window or the glass of the fireplace cleans it beautifully. And there are a lot of other uses for ashes, and I'll leave a link in the description below from where I read certain things. But on the whole, you don't want them left in the fireplace, and you can't just dump them on a garden because, like I said, they're very acidic and soil needs to be balanced. It can't be too acidic or you will burn the roots of the plants that you put in it. So you may have heard the saying, eat a rainbow of colors. You can see all the colors. You've got pomegranate and red peppers, and you got tomatoes and strawberries in the red, and you've got the oranges and orange peppers and pineapple, and in the yellow, you've got yellow peppers, and in the green, you've got kiwi and Brussels sprouts and zucchini. The blue and purple categories are a little more difficult to find food in, but all of these, including the white, have certain antioxidants that our body uses and benefits by. So these antioxidant foods, like parsley, have what's called flavonoids. Flavonoids, polyphenols, all of these are part of a 6,000 classification of antioxidants. So let's just say they're healthy and we should eat lots of different colored fruits and vegetables. So back to parsley. Parsley has in it apigenin, luteolin, bicalin, and creatine. And 2 tablespoons of parsley is only 2 calories, so it's a 1 calorie per tablespoon. You get 12% of your vitamin A, 16% of your vitamin C, but a whopping 154% of your vitamin K. You don't find vitamin K in many things, but it is found in these vegetables, thyme, celery, and hot peppers. Parsley's volatile oils, particularly myristicin, have been shown to inhibit tumor formation in animal studies, and particularly tumor formation in the lungs. Now that's really important. Lung cancer is very painful. All cancers are very painful. And by taking some or adding some nutrition to your diet, the risk of that diminishes. Now, why would people have a risk for lung cancer? Well, we'll read on here. Myristicin has also been shown to activate the enzyme glutathione S transferase. Now, we've talked about glutathione and the importance of it. And remember those old clunkers that we talked about in the fireplace? Well, the liver is one of the ways that our body can detoxify. And glutathione is part of that, which helps it to detoxify. So these molecules, which help attach the molecule glutathione to oxidized molecules that would otherwise do damage to the body. So sort of like a magnet, and it attaches to this and brings it out of the body so it can't disrupt or harm the tissues of the body. Remember we talked about calming the inflammation. Well, that's part of it. So the activity of parsley's volatile oils qualifies it as a chemoprotective food. Now we know what that's all about, right? Cancer, right? And in particular, a food that can help neutralize particular types of carcinogens like the benzopyrenes that are part of cigarette smoke and charcoal grill smoke. So that's why when the lungs take in these particular smoke, secondhand smoke or firsthand smoke, you're going to need something like parsley that can help move this stuff, cling it, attach a molecule to it that will get it out of the body. Now, one of the other things is that parsley is a biennial. And so on its second year, it will grow this flower. And from the flower, it's very much like dill, where it has these little teeny seeds, and you can shake them out, save them, or replant them for another season of growing parsley. So this is a great benefit. Now, I believe that if you leave this grow, you'll get the root, and the root makes the leaves taste bitter and not as good. And that's when people use the root for cooking. So people with higher levels of vitamin K, so parsley with that huge amount of vitamin K availability to it, has great benefits for people to lower their risk of death from all-cause mortality. So all death can lower their risk, especially heart disease, kidney disease, lung disease. So these are, there's K1 and K2, and the K1 is the one available in the vegetables that we mentioned. And K2 is available in like krill oil. So the K is important in the workings of vitamin D, and it helps prevent osteoporosis and arterial calcification and contributes to blood clotting. So you can find this on Mercola.com, and I'll link that particular item in the description below. The description below is under the video. There is a little down arrow. You click on that, and all of these links will show up. And there's a lot of people that, even though parsley is available most of the year, you can find it in the grocery stores. You know, it's just, I've been chopping off bits and pieces of this, but this is the end of the bunch I got from the store, organic flat parsley, and been adding it to different foods. So it's really a wonderful herb that is very accessible. You can grow it in your garden, or if you don't have a garden, you live in an apartment and you don't have a grow light and you can't grow it under a grow light, then take it in capsule form. The recommendation is 2 capsules twice a day. And then there's also this wonderful combination of capsicum, garlic with parsley. Now, we talked about the benefits of garlic. Now you're going to get both benefits in one particular jar. Now, this one is 2 capsules 3 times a day, but capsicum helps to, especially great during the winter time when we're a little more sedentary. It helps to increase blood flow and keep you warmer. Garlic is high in sulfur, which is anti-inflammatory. And it also is useful in helping the digestive and circulatory system. Parsley contains a lot of chlorophyll, and that's why it's deodorizing, and that's why you clear your palate with it. And that's one of the reasons why it was included as a condiment. So it acts as a deodorizer. I have a lot of people that drink chlorophyll. Now, that particular chlorophyll that you drink is from alfalfa, the very top part of alfalfa, which is rich in minerals and also very deodorizing. So it contains potassium, which is really important for the kidneys, and it helps to balance. So the kidneys are responsible for balancing that sodium, potassium in the body, which has to do with water retention. So it's a very beneficial supplement. And manganese is in it to help manage calcium levels and nourish the nerves. Now, we know that manganese is very beneficial to support nerve health. So some of the other things, I don't know if you like to garden. I love to garden, and I always include both of these when I garden. I have a space for flat leaf Italian parsley, and I have a space for the curly parsley. You want to be careful where you plant it. If you plant it someplace where it's muddy, it's really hard to clean. But if you work in an area where you can put down some fiber, it's like a plastic, but it's meant as a weed barrier, and you can put some of that down, and that works really well to keep the mud off of your plants and the weeds down. So I used a lot of that. So I love to garden, and in Michigan, I get my seeds from the migardener.com, and I've already gotten one group of seeds, and I'm awaiting another group. And maybe I'll make a video when those come in and share with you what I plan on doing with my garden. This year I got a grow light, and I'm really excited about that, because other years I've depended on window light, and plants have gotten leggy. They mostly do a die off before I can even get them in the ground. Now, the first week of May is our supposedly last frost date, but I also have greenhouse plastic, and last year we put in a hoop garden. So it's a hoop, and then I use these containers that can go under the protection of this plastic. And so I'm looking forward to that. As I've gotten older, digging in the ground, trying to weed is just not a good thing. We did a raised bed, and it's extended my ability to garden, and I've gotten a little more excited about it. But last year, the seed companies were so overwhelmed. A lot of them sold out before January, and they're having the same thing this year. But I went on the MI Gardener website this morning, and I checked, and there's still lots of great things available. They actually have some very unusual things. They have a white tomato that is like a beefsteak, only it's white. So if you like unusual things, and white is also a difficult vegetable to find. You can get cauliflower, but so doing a white tomato, you'll get the polyphenols from the white that isn't available in like the orange. And so doing your plethora of rainbow of supplement or colors when you eat is really a good thing. And when you can find food like that, I also have a purple bean coming. I have this dark, almost black pepper seed. Uh, so I like unusual things. And there's a lettuce that is very unusual and high in vitamin K as well that I've ordered. So I'm really looking forward to these coming. And I hope that if you have a favorite recipe that uses parsley, that you'll put it in the comments below, and that you'll share some of your expertise with using parsley, and not just throw it away because it's a curly thing sitting on your plate. Chew it up. I was one of the first ones to grab everybody's parsley before they would throw it away and eat it, because I loved it. Now they've replaced parsley with kale, which is a little easier to get. And that's another thing I've got coming is purple kale, which it's a giant kale. Last year I grew some very immature, small kale, and that was really nice. But I think this year I want to get some of the bigger things. Now, I don't have a lot of space in my garden. I'm employing more and more of these containers, and it's lovely not to have to weed. That's part of the work of the garden that I simply don't enjoy. So if you've enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate you viewing it. And if you would like to subscribe, remember to click on that subscribe button. And if you need specific help, please email me, Dr. Mary at bornforhealth.com. I love hearing from you. I like to share with you, give you some resources to help you with whatever your concerns are. And watch for these videos that come out once a week. I have a whole over 50 videos available on my YouTube channel. So I hope you check those out. Got some that I do once a month. I do an hour-long video that usually talk about the systems of the body. And I think that you might find that beneficial. I have one on the immune system that I think you should see. If you don't know much about how the immune system works and how it was geared to support your health, then I think you should look up that video. I'll leave links to the different things that I've talked about, the supplements where I get it and where you can get it at 25% discount. And so I want to thank you for viewing, and hope you can make this a wonderful day. And this is Dr. Mary at bornforhealth.com or for the health of it.